Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today I wanted to give off an announcement, that announcement being your PlayStation Now games that have been added to the month of June 2021. So bear with me here, we're going to have not only just 3 games, which is kind of the standard or typical, but we have 6 games that are being added to the PlayStation Now collection for the time being. Obviously games rotate in and out just like Games Pass, but let's go ahead and get into this here and go over these games and my thoughts and the value there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, we do have a total of 6 games for PlayStation Now, the subscription service, for $9.99 a month, or a little bit less if you do happen to opt in for a full 12-month subscription. So I do have that broken down in a previous video, so feel free to check out. It was the comparison video from PlayStation Now versus Xbox Game Pass, pros and cons to both, of course, and all that fun stuff. So check that out if you haven't yet, and that has a lot of good content there as well as a lot of good breakdowns. But without further ado, let's get into the meat of this here. So the first one being, if any of you actually don't own this yet, is it's been on sale quite a bit and for a very low price. But we do have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. So this is, of course, your best Witcher installment of the series. This does include all of the complete DLCs and everything in between. So you can play Gwent to your heart's content, you can explore all of the side quests to your heart's content, or just the main story. This is a game that I cannot get through myself because it's just so massive. So for me and my time frame and my scope, I just don't have the ability to make it through, which is a shame because it is really a good game. Not even a good game, but a great game. It has so much to offer, and I'm a big fan of the Witcher series already on Netflix, and that season 2 coming out this year as well. Finally, I know that's more deviates from the book series itself as opposed to the game. However, works very well hand in hand, but what a great game to open up with there, especially if you haven't played this yet. This is a great excuse to jump into it if you want to check out PlayStation Now. The next game that we do have on the list is a game I'm very excited for. I haven't quite got into because I was just waiting for the right sale or something of that sort, but this is Slay the Spire. This is a combat game. It's like a roguelike mixed with a card aspect to the game itself. Has some great animations, great, really cool, I would say, honestly, almost like Wind Waker-esque type of graphics and all that. So just a lot of fun, really addicting, got some great reviews. This is just something I really wanted to look into myself, so this might give me a really good reason to jump into PlayStation Now for the month and pay that $9.99. There's a lot of good games on here, but that in particular I think is great. And then from last month, which is still in effect for PlayStation Now, which is Streets of Rage 4. So that's a good game for a side-scrolling brawler, up to 4 players, online or co-op, couch co-op. So a lot of good content there, so this is just another reason there. The third on the list is Team Sonic Racing. So there's quite a bit of Sonic added to this group here, but Team Sonic Racing, this is my favorite Sonic racing game out of the bunch. They've had a couple others that they did come out with, but this one is the most grounded. Has really good tracks. I like the tracks. I feel like the racing in this game is really good. It's really tight, fluid, smooth. Easily my favorite Team Sonic Racing game to date, and this was the first one out of the gate. A lot of cool Sega characters that are added to the bunch. A lot of cool cars. And like I said, great tracks, great unlocks. The online multiplayer is still functioning. I don't know how well it is, obviously. I don't know. It's probably the diehard crowd that may be playing the online portion of that. However, you're going to have a lot of fun with just the Grand Prix, or again, having some co-op versus fun there as well. So definitely enjoy that one. That's a high recommendation for myself. Next on the Sonic list, we do have Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania being the Sega turned fan-made game into their own. They published that from the gentleman, I forget his name, so I apologize, but it was a fan that did create this, and it is your classic 2D Sonic game. So this is for those that are feeling that retro style, old school style of 2D platforming and Sonic at his best. This game is really great. This was available on PS Plus some time ago, so I do have it from that. But the only drawback, and this is probably just, I need to maybe visit it again, but it's kind of difficult. It's a pretty difficult one. So he did up the difficulty level of these. But it is really just a great game overall, and just a really great homage that pays to the Sonic generation in general. So Sonic Mania, if you missed out, or if you for some reason haven't checked this out or didn't hear about it, this is a big high recommendation. If you're a big old retro fan or Sonic fan in general, definitely check that out. Next on the list is Sonic Forces. This got really middle of the road reviews down the line. I also did have this game via PS Plus from some time ago, not too long ago, probably less than a year ago if I remember right. But we do have that game. This is more akin to the standard 3D-esque Sonic type of game. This is where you create your own character as well and kind of implement them into the story of what's going on. And you have Sonic's friends, you have Tails, Knuckles, of course. You have the Chaotix team, all sorts of stuff going on there. So really kind of a cool story. I do like the creation system. It isn't a bad game. It's definitely very like, I could live without this game, but it for what it offers, it's not too bad. You could see if they made some tweaks to it, it could be so much better. But especially for just being added on there, definitely give it a shot. If you didn't grab that via the PS Plus pack, check that game out. I think it is really worth a shot as far as playing it. I did play all the way through it, beat the story. It's not terribly long, but long enough to be like, all right, I'm good, personally. But still really cool. Really cool to implement your created character into that universe. So a lot of fan art out there for Sonic, but so this kind of pays homage to that. But enjoy that game. The fifth game, I'm not going to go over in great detail because I did go over that in my previous video because it is a PS Plus game that we're getting for June as well. But if you don't have PlayStation Plus and you have PlayStation Now, you can still play this game. That is Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. So just a quick mention there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Check out my previous video for a little bit more in-depth look at that for the PlayStation Plus games as well. To round out the sixth game, though, that's going to be Car Mechanic Simulator. I had no idea this existed. I'm not sure if this is even out yet or will be out, but making its kind of debut via PlayStation Now and some other outlets, but maybe this has been out for a while. But yeah, for all you simulator fans out there, this is a car mechanic simulator, right? So there's a lot of in-depth and fun to be had with that. So if you're a fan of tearing things apart in cars, putting it together, engines, wheels, rims, you name it, painting, interior stuff, there's going to be a lot to it. Auctioning the cars, just really in-depth, what you would expect from a simulator. So same as like farming simulator, you had a lot of iterations of that. We've recently had power washing simulator, we have surgeon simulator, which that one's not really real surgeon like simulator, that's more of a spoof, but for the real simulation games, there are a lot of those out there. For those purists out there that want to get as close as you can virtually as opposed to physically if for some reason you cannot. But so all of those are out there. Again, a quick recap of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, Slay the Spire, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, and then Car Mechanic Simulator. So 6 games. I think these are all really solid. Just great to be added to the list. I know some games like Avengers and such will be leaving here soon. So if you haven't checked that out and you do have PlayStation Now, feel free to do so and get as much worth and content as you can right now. Also, if you have not subscribed to PlayStation Now and you have before, if it's been a year lapse, you do get that free 7-day trial back. So feel free to check that out for 7 days. I could usually crank out or plan some time around work or whatnot to crank out some games through PlayStation Now. That's what I like to do. But it's hard to pass on this. I probably will re-up my package just for Slay the Spire and Streets of Rage alone. I do want to check those out, but wouldn't mind checking anything else out as well that has been added. I know I missed the last couple months, so I'm sure there's some good stuff in there as well, which I do have the videos on depicting that too. But yeah, so a lot of good content to be had there, a lot of good fun to be had. I appreciate that. So just a quick shout out. Thank you everybody for joining the stream yesterday. We did hit our goal of 80. We're at 81 as of this morning still. So no one's backed out of that. So we did hit that goal of 80. That goal was for September 1st to hit 80. So we did smash that record. I know we can get higher. I'll still keep the 100 goal, 100 subscriptions for the end 1 year anniversary of Xvault Gaming here for the channel and the content. So I think we can get above 100, but we'll keep it there just to be super safe. Just want to see where we're going with that trajectory, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that 100 subscribers by mid-September. I know we can do it as a community, so thank you everybody for doing everything, showing your support, popping in. That was a really fun stream yesterday, so thanks again. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. And yeah, thank you for everybody, all your support and everything in between. I just have a lot of thoughts going on in my head there. So just a heads up, we will be, once we do hit that 100 subscribers, I do have a few items. So I want to at least maybe trying to do some giveaways here. I haven't been earning anything or anything like that. This is just strictly from me to the community to say thank you very much. So I just have something planned to do a special giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers. So I'll look into that. And then of course I'll have everybody DM me and all that fun stuff. So I won't go into big details there, but let's wrap up the video right now. Appreciate you everybody sticking around, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Most of us probably have the day off. If you don't, I'm sorry, but hopefully your week goes by fast. But enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Appreciate that. And we'll see everyone next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. And until then, take care.